Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Dawn Brunk, illustrated by Ola Leola. On the back here, it's by cicobooks.com, in case you want to see that. Supportive Oracle cards, The Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. This one also has a website. I believe it is blueangelonline.com. Should be over here somewhere. So if you want to find that or anything else that Stacy's done. I think she has a new deck. I don't know if it's a new deck or a deck I just haven't seen. But I'm pretty sure she has a couple decks at this point. In case you like her stuff. I like her stuff. So. Okay. So, are there hidden... What's going on? Like, I feel like there's an energy here, like, I want more out of this situation. And that might be the starting energy. You've got the Lady de los Muertos, Hearth. Hearth? Hearth. I think it's Hearth. 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 Whatever. That's going... Okay, you're going into the next thing in a minute. So, you know that you like what you have, but you want more from it. Something is good, but it's almost kind of like... It's kind of like I have a nice house, but with a little bit more care and attention, I think it could be really beautiful. In fact, I think we might even be able to do more over on this other side. Like, there's so much potential. It's a nice situation that has potential to be great. I don't know how to explain this. It's almost like a regular dinner that could be like a feast. Like, if we just invite a couple more people and have people bring a couple dishes on their own, we could have a really beautiful, awesome feast. And it's just kind of like you want that to happen. It's kind of like we can make this something really great. It is good. It's good to start with, but this could be great. The hearth is telling me it's already good. But it's kind of like we can bring this forward to be more. The Lady de los Muertos, it's kind of like, I feel like things are like really good where they are, but it's kind of like you want to make this go to the beat of your drum. You want this to be a little bit more exciting, a little bit more flavorful. There could be more flavor. When I think of this lady, she's very beautiful, but she has her own unique style and beauty. She's not common. She's not everyday. She's not all over the place. You don't see people with her beauty everywhere. She's very special, and that's what you want to make this. You want this to be as special as it could be. Now, there's a change going on in the environment, and I'm getting the scrying with the whale. The whale is usually like the world card, right? So something has a potential to go forward to the next phase. If you want this to happen, you got to sell this as a new way of doing things. If it's a one-off, or if it's perceived as like a one-off or one-time thing, I don't think that's going to work. So if we're going to change something and make it better, make it different, it's got to have some type of pattern to it. It's got to have some type of repetition to it. Because I feel that with the world card, oddly enough. And also the scrying together. The two of these are tying in that way. Like, you're not going to get a lot of support if it's just a one-time thing. You will, however, if this is something that can be repeated and garnered from over and over and over and over again. It can be very unique and beautiful as long as they can constantly get the payoff from it. You will get that support. And I feel like I feel like you're into that. I feel like you are into that. I feel like that's fine. And if you don't realize that right off the bat, it won't be very long before you do realize that, is what I'm getting. Because you have this Three of Pentacles here, which is the prairie dogs, but there's a very friendly energy with this. Kind of like, yeah, you know what, I can go along with that. I feel like you're looking at this kind of like, well, if that's what gets me there, I can work with this. I can put the details in this plan to be more permanent, to be more repetitious, to be in a cycle, I can do that. I feel like you're kind of like, I can do that. But it also requires a certain level of commitment from you that at first you're like, well, I wanted something really good to come out of this, but I wasn't thinking I wanted to have a permanent connection to it. Although, now that this person's saying they will do that, if I do have a permanent connection to it, it very well may be worth it for me. Are we good there? Okay. Because there's a weird energy. I like the word weird lately, all the time lately. Seriously. I'm not sure where this is going, is kind of how I feel. Like, when your energy's coming into it, kind of like, if I commit to this, do I really want that? Like, did I just want to make this good for now and just try something a little different, try something a little new, and just enjoy something just a little bit out of the ordinary? Or am I willing to, do I really want to do this? The Three of Swords is here. It's kind of like I'm looking at who I'm working with on this, and I'm like, do I really want to be around them that much more? Because they're different from me. They do things differently. And different isn't bad, but is this a different that we're compatible or non-compatible? Like, can I live my life and do things the way I want to, and they are okay with that and they can roll with it, or me doing things the way I want to kind of rubs them the wrong way and is a very striking contrast that's not very pleasant? Is this going to work? The person that is pulling in with this, I feel like you have to take a couple moments and you have to, like, I feel like before you commit to this, you got to hang out with them a little bit more. Because I feel like it's all about this one person, kind of like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to be stuck with this? It's almost like getting in a rowboat and kind of like, we're going to go across the Atlantic in a rowboat. I don't even know if that's even possible, quite frankly. But it's kind of like, or not even the rowboat, like a boat that would get you there or whatever. But like, you're going across the Atlantic on a boat and you're going to be stuck with this person. They're not going to, nobody's going to be able to go anywhere. You're just going to be stuck with them for this voyage. And you're like, and if I'm thinking about it like back in the 1500s, like you'd be stuck on this boat for months with this person. It's kind of like, oh, that's a long time. Okay, I got to think about this. Because I feel like you have to really get into this, and you do have a lot of avenues to your advantage. But I feel like what's going on here is the ghost with the spider. You got to work this out. You're like, all right, wait a minute. I do kind of want this. And if I tweak this here and I tweak this there, maybe I can do this to where I can keep them busy. And I can find things to keep me busy to where they may be around constantly, but we're handling different things and we're not driving each other crazy. In fact, maybe this can work very well. You've got the spider with the ghost. It's kind of like, before I get into something that I'm going to regret, it does say regret on there, but I feel like you're kind of like, let me set up a plan to deal with this before I end up in something that I'm going to regret. This way, maybe I can still get into it and not regret it because I've already got that person taken care of. They're going to be distracted over there. I got to do this over here. Maybe it doesn't have to be an issue. And you're presenting this to this person. Not in that way, obviously. But you're kind of like saying, hey, if we do this, what do you think if we do it this way? And you could be in control of that, and I'll be in control of this. What do you think? They've got the veil here. Is this something they like? I do think they like it. Takes them a minute to really sort it out. The veil comes in differently for me, depending on what's going on. It can be a very psychic card with the future. It can also be about taking a minute to really pulling away that piece of fabric and really seeing what's in front of them. They're seeing a lot of possibility. They actually do want to do this. And when you do present it this way, they're kind of like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do see that. They also see you giving them a very solid plan, and they seem to really very much like that. Really very much? Sure. They very, very much like that. It's really good. It really kind of works for them. They're like, you know what? I like that. Because I feel like you're setting up this plan to where you got them you got them taking care of the whole voyage, whatever that voyage is going to entail. Kind of like they're going to need to do this and that, and then they're going to have to look out for this, and get this far along, they're going to have to look out for that. You got them all planned. You got your side planned too, but your side has a bit more leeway to it. It works both of you. Both of you are getting what you want. They like what you're giving them. You like what you're giving yourself. Nobody's being shortchanged. I don't think anybody's being shortchanged. It's fine. They're going for it. I think once that plan is established, that 3 of feathers, that 3 of swords, turns into the 2 of cups. 2 of shells. 2 of cups. I think this is going to be a great way to do this. You're going to find a way to work this out to where you can get what you want. This person can get the commitment they want. And you both work at this in a way that you're both comfortable and happy and enjoying, very much enjoying the situation. I'm also getting the Night Song and the 7 of Branches, which is telling me when this actually comes forward, you're going to find this goes much better than you thought it would. This is going to turn out much better. It's kind of like you could see a lot of the pitfalls where this could go bad, but there's going to be a lot of situations where you didn't see the good possibilities and the much better outcome that you got. I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised. With that 7 of Branches, I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's going to take work. The 7 of Branches does talk about a little bit of effort to make the success happen. So it's not going to be just like sunshine, rainbows, skipping down the road. But it's going to come out to be a lot more enjoyable than you thought. And I don't think there's anything here that's going to be like, nothing here where you're going to be like, oh God, I wish I didn't. I don't think any of that's going to pop up. I think it's going to be something where, oh wow, that turned out so much better and I didn't even see that possibility. Who knew? It's kind of like I brought this person on the voyage, but I didn't realize that they were a world-class chef. Like, wow, like this is turning out a lot better than I thought. It's just perks that you weren't expecting. That's what I'm getting. And I think we're there. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.